Hello guys, welcome back. Today we'll learn how to read the image from a folder in a MATLAB. First of all, you have to open the MATLAB as usual. Then just click on new script. You will see a new page, that is the editor window, where you can write your code and you can save that code in any folder. Now after opening this particular script page or editor page, change the path, default path. Now the default path is somewhere else, so you can just change the folder path, select the folder where you want to save the code. Let's say this MATLAB test folder and select the folder. So now the default path for this MATLAB is MATLAB test folder. Now the whatever code you write here, and when you will save this code, it will prompt to save the code in this folder, so you can save that folder in this folder .m file. Now first of all, whenever you want to start any code, any script, always start the code with just these 3 lines. The benefit of adding this 3 line is CLC, it will clear the command window. That means if you run any previous code, the output of the previous code will be get cleared from the command window, output window, but it will remain in the workspace, that is the memory. After clear command, it will clear it from the workspace also. The variables created by the previous code, that will get cleared. And after close all command, if any window will be opened, it will be get closed by the previous code. If any window, any figure window is opened, then that open figure will be get closed by the close all command. You can add some more commands also, like warning off, so that it will keep the warnings hidden format. Otherwise on command window you will see here lots of warnings after running the code. There are always warnings, but you can neglect this command or you can type the command, there is no issue. Now the command to read the image is directly like imread, and you can type the image name here directly. What are the image name? Let's say I will type icon.jpg. Here user don't have choice to select the image from any folder in your system. Directly whatever the name we are entering here, that name image, it will search in that folder only, and it will read that particular image into the variable I. But here will give a user chance to select any image from any folder in a system by using the command UI get file. Then in bracket, in single inverted comma, you have to write star.jpg. This indicates any image with the extension of .jpg you can select, user can select. That star indicates any image, any name, and .jpg indicates only JPG extension images. You can write here star.star, so that you can select any extension image, that is the JPG, PNG or any format. But let us first select a JPG format. After that, second place, in single inverted comma, you can write any message that will appear on the browser window whenever it will get open. I will show you. Select an image. Now whatever the image user will be get select, it will be read into this I variable. Now we'll try to run this code. Whenever we will try to run this code, it will ask first to save that code. Let us save this code by some name. Let's say the name will be read image test. It will be saved by the .m extension. Click on the save. Now this particular code is saved. As we have run this code, so it will, the browser window is get open and it is asking to select the image. Here is the message, select an image, the message we typed in that command UI get file. You can select any image. Let's say we select this image and click on the open. So that image will be get read in particular this I variable. You can see in a workspace. workspace you can see that I, this I variable. Okay, that image is read but into that only string format, not as a matrix format. If you want to read the image, the matrix format with the path of the image, you have to write like this I, comma, P. P indicates the path of that image and I will indicate the name of that image. Now if you run this code and if I select this image, you can see in a workspace I indicates name in a string format and P the path also in a string format. Now but if you want to process the image, then you should select the image or you should read the image in the format of matrix. To read that image in the form of matrix, you have to use the command imread. Let us select another variable and now we'll use the command imread, and you can write directly the image variable, that is I. Now we can directly write the image variable I if that image is into the folder where we have saved this code. If that image is in a different path, then you have to add the path P variable and I, that is in square bracket P space I or P comma I. Now that image will be get read into this particular OIMG variable. If you run this code, you can see it. Let's say select another image. Now here in workspace, the variable appeared with the size of image or the dimensions of that image, that is 1942 into 2592 into 3. That 3 indicates the color image, that is the RGB. If you want to see that image while running the code, you can add the command, that is the figure. Let's say the figure name will be 1, and after that you can use the command imshow. In that you can write OIMG variable. Again run this code, you can select the image, you can open it. The figure will be get opened, figure 1, and in that figure 1 you can see that image, what are the image user selected. This is the image user has selected. Very simple steps, and after that you can process the image. What are the processing you want to do on that image, you can process it. Further you can do that. You can select multiple images, depends on this command, how much command you are writing and how many commands you are writing. Very simple steps. Thank you guys.